How's it going? Okay. Welcome to stream, everyone. Let's go. Hi, Default. Where's Nini Bonk when you need her? Why do we need bonking? Someone called her bonks. Bonkers. Bonkers is tasting blood. Yo. Yo, Bassett. Nice to see you. I think it's time to open some planners. I think we start with Death Trap Rogue, Rain of Arrows Rogue. What should we do, guys? Do I have a Rain of Arrows? I have a Rain of Arrows planner, right? Let's go. So I said we can add a total of 4 boards, right? So we can have 5. Which means one of them has to go, which means Deadly Ambush, because they're fixing Deadly Ambush. We want this. We want this. We want this. We want this. Yeah. Goodbye to this one. It's gonna be so weird to make Paragon boards in the future. How many Paragons will we have, actually, when you go to PTR? They said they're converting our characters to some level. Spin to win Savannas. Yeah, we're gonna do some spin to win build as well. Gonna be fun. Well, they will basically just... Oh, wait a minute, we don't need all this ultimate damage, right? Is this the new or the old one? This is the old one, actually. Delete. Word of Hakan. Let's do this. Okay. So I guess you want something like that. Actually, do we? I think so, actually. You want all the endurance ranks? Dude, how many endurance ranks is that? Holy shit. 60% chill. Big shadow. It's gonna be interesting. What's our maximum energy here? 129. 139. 149. Oh boy. Actually, do we even need this? 61. Yeah, we need 1 there. Okay. Like that. Noxious Eyes. And Shrouding. Umbrus. I think there's like a Shaco angle. Actually, is it? Probably not. Dude, I actually want to see this new mythic item again. Mythic. We need to check out what is +1 to all passes actually doing for us. It's gonna be wild. Like, this is so insane. I remember people were always asking, yeah, why don't I make a Shaco for passives? You know, +4 to all passives. Yeah. Man, this is gonna be insane, dude. Just 1. Like, the stats on this are kind of crappy. But man. Morning, Boss Killer 10293. And if Arrows was your favorite build of Season 2? Yeah. It was really fun. I played it in Season 2 as well. It was kind of cool. Play Wukong. No chance for that. But it looks like a cool game. Oh, the Twitch chat is not on screen. True, we can change that actually. Here we go. Okay. 4 boards with 300 points now. You can add 4 boards, so it's gonna be a total of 5 boards, and you have 300 points indeed, yeah. So you're basically gonna fill out everything. Look, I have 29 points left. And then we're gonna have another 100 points. So, yeah, you're gonna take this clip there. And everything, basically. So it's gonna be pretty insane. They're also changing a few nodes to be like better. But yeah, we'll see exactly what about those points exactly. So we're not gonna play close quarters, I think. We're gonna play the new key passive, so I'm gonna leave that there. Second wind will be nice to have. I'm gonna have so many points now, and I can't really put them all here. I got 20 ranks in poison imbuement, by the way. That's kind of funny. I'm not sure if I should put like a Shaco here. Like the 8 ranks of poison imbuement is actually not that crazy. Shaco would be nice just to have defense. So let's do it. Mythic. What about the Nandarials? Nah. This, no, this, no. What about the Crown of Lucian? Crown of Lucian is Omega bugged and there's no indication they're gonna fix it, right? So let's just do this here and we're gonna get even more cooldown reduction that we don't even need necessarily. But it will allow us to just do this, yeah. I think we're gonna be more than fine, right? Almost. So we should do this, I guess. Or maybe this. And then here we do this. It also has maximum resource that actually helps us. I just realized, because I want to hit 150. So we could try something like this. And now our maximum energy is... actually enough. If you have like a high roll on this. You can do something like that. 5 ranks to agile. Okay. Hey, Iced Coffee, nice to see you. Decent ring for Andy rogue build, you picked all of mine. Are you on hardcore? I probably have something lying around. I have like an entire mule of rings, so I guess I can just have one. I'm not really planning to do anything with them. 8 ranks to Dark Shroud. Unequip this. Okay, the new chest or... Okay, I want to check like how much do we gain out of this new chest. Let's take a look for this build, for example. First of all, I need to check what are the new passives for Rogue. 4% increased damage for 4 seconds after evading. Okay. After dodging an attack, gain 2% damage reduction for 4 seconds. That's kind of nice, actually. But it's only 2. And ultimate skills deal 50% increased damage. Oh my god, man. That's wild. Good strike chance of marksman and cutthroat skills increased by 3%. Also pretty nice. Casting and mobility or subterfuge skill increase damage of the next skill by 50%. It's kind of interesting actually, because if you just perma shadow step spam, you also get this all the time, right? It will just like buff itself if you perma shadow step. It's also kind of big. Mobility or subterfuge. So what will 1 to all passives do compared to Ethereals? Yeah, sorry, Ice Coffee, I can't help you when it comes to softcore. I only have hardcore stuff. Anyway, I appreciate it. I don't know. Okay, so 1 to all passes will mean we get 5% movement speed, over 6% close DR, a bit of healing, 9% DR from dots, 6% damage when you press potion, 12% crit and crit damage. A bit of evade cooldown on days. Weapon mastery that does nothing. 4% dodge. 5% healing per second from entering stealth. Like, it's like around 3% DPS. That's around 6% DPS on the staggered boss. A bit of stun chance. A bit of resources when we kill enemies with rain of arrows. 3% damage. 5% ADR. 5% attack speed. And 5% lucky hit. 3% crit. 3% crit again. Sometimes a bit of extra damage. Sometimes a bit of extra damage reduction. 15% extra damage. Tiny bit of energy, that doesn't matter. 5% lucky hit chance. Bit more barrier. Probably nothing. Tiny bit of healing per second. And energy, that probably doesn't matter. Tiny bit of energy regen. A bit of attack speed or movement speed. And 8% extra damage. Yeah, that new chest is pretty cracked, man. It does add up to a fuck ton. I mean, Tiras is nice and all. But man. It is very tempting, actually, to go for the new chest. Oh yeah, they also get one in Frigid Finesse. And then this here to shield effect, which probably doesn't really matter. Holy. Also, Runeword is gonna get so much better. We can get Exploit now, Malice now. So this way 6 points go, I guess. 7 here, and then you still have 3 more points that we can put into the new passive for ultimate damage. So we can get the 45% ultimate damage there. We can get Exploit and Malice. So that's like, I guess, 0.109. How much stronger is it gonna get? So just on those passes, it's almost double damage for a staggered boss nuke, for example. And this doesn't even include a new chest. And then we have like extra ranks, and these extra ranks will now apply to our rain of arrows itself as well. Actually, the extra ranks cooldown reduction comes before cooldown reduction from items and stuff, right? I think. So the base cooldown will actually be lower. I'm not sure how much lower though. I think it's like 5% per point or something, and then 4 and 4 and 4. I need to check this actually. So we go Sork. I'm not sure what's the exact cooldown reduction formula. So 14, 13.3. So that's like minus 0.7. So it's like 5%, 5%, 4%, 4% of the base, right? Let me see, 11.48. This should be 82%. Yes. Damn. And then we can have even more ranks. We can put 5 ranks in there. And then we can get 4 ranks from the Shaco. So we're going to be at 9 ranks. So what if I include a Shaco now? It's at 10. So this is, those hormone ranks are 2.5 each. So it's like 3, 3, 2, 2, I guess. So like 5, plus 5, plus 4, plus 4, plus 3, plus 3, plus 2, plus 2. I think this is kind of how that goes. So it's 28% base cooldown reduction. So if you apply this to Rain of Arrows, 50 times 0.72. So the base cooldown will be 36. And then we have 25% of that is 9 seconds. And then we're gonna get 2 preparation procs. We're gonna be at minus 1 second cooldown. So this means we can do Rain of Arrows, Rapid Fire, Rain of Arrows, Rapid Fire, Rain of Arrows, Rapid Fire. So that's kinda cool. So we actually at a point where you can permanently spam Rain of Arrows. And we get 4 waves every time we do this. That seems very balanced. I think we would actually have to start taking out points like this here. And put them into the Rain of Arrows here, because you're gonna get 5 ranks. We will get like 10 extra points or something. But okay. And we're gonna get like insane amounts of imbuement potency. So previously we had close quarters, which barely did anything. So we're gonna do Shroud. Chance Orbit Fire to cast twice. Chance Orbit Fire to cast twice. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. I don't think we really care about the rapid fire cast twice. I wonder if there's a better tempo for us. Caltrops duration. Won't really matter, I think. We might just want to go Shadow Step instead of this Caltrop stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. On the other hand, I mean, it is a lot of crit. And a lot of damage. You can actually just go Caltrops duration everywhere and have really long Caltrops. Just put it on the boss and then spam. Dung, 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 dung. That sounds actually pretty cracked. Maybe I'll do that. I mean, don't really care about the Scoundrel's Kiss. In fact, we might not even care about doing anything with our rapid fire. Let's take points out here. 16 points, right? Item contribution, okay. Yeah, this might actually be unnecessary completely. I think I unequip this. Put a normal ring there. What about Stardust? Stardust is 50% damage, resource, core, like a hit crit. X-Force. I think we go for a normal ring there. What about a new ring? It's like a stealth thing that we don't really care about, I guess. Do we have Creeping Death? We have Corruption, Accursed, Creeping Death. Okay. I wonder if there's anything else that we would want here. Elements is probably something that we actually want to go for. Since there seems to be some double dipping going on with elements. Yeah, I think it's Toxic Alchemist. Oh, this was changed. If they were already poisoned, increases damage by 100%. Interesting. Didn't know that's a thing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do elements here. Since it has some nice double dipping going on. And the poison build casts longer. I think we don't need that. Let's just like crit and let's do this. Let's do crit. Dex. I'm not sure if attack speed is really needed. I can do life. I can do something like this. Let's do Shroud. There's Poison Spew cast, but it's probably not needed. Since you're gonna cast it like basically all the time anyway. I think even this one timer there is not needed. Maybe we should just do something like Innovation. Or Resource Generation or something like that. I think I will try this instead. Just go Innovation, Innovation. Here everything is capped already. What about unequip? Need Shadow. And just needs to be a poison. Like this. And here we're gonna put a skull. Hello. Smoothie always brings us up. Let's clone this thing. Let's put a skull here as well. Only Shadow Rest is 30% overcap without any gems and rings. We had 0.0. He has 15, he has 17, and he has 3. And this is with a Shadow Ring and a Poison Ring. With Tyrios, it's no problem. But you might want to do the new chest. New chest is definitely a lot more damage. A lot less damage reduction. We had another sub earlier from J Rockets, by the way. 2 sub gifts, actually. Thank you, man. You don't think -100 is such a huge deal? Everyone makes it out to be. -100 is not such a huge deal, but you definitely have to invest into some res. Like, pre-Tyrios Might, you know, Bobs, Season 4, they had like 2 or 3 always rolls on their gear. And now you're gonna have to have like 2 or 3 more of them. Or Tyrios Might or something like that. Like, Bobs have like almost no res whatsoever. They have like 1 fire res cluster, I think, on the Paragons, that's about it. And, you know, other classes that are not Zorks or Necros, they definitely have to invest into res now. Especially if you don't want Tyrios. If you want to run the new chest. Like, the new chest is so crazy. Ugly Bastard Helm adds res. Okay, but it's probably only gonna be for specific builds. Yo, Carter Fight, thanks for playing, by the way. How is the spin to win going to affect your game? I'm not sure what you mean with that question. But it's gonna be a very popular build. I can predict that already. Okay, I'm not sure if I should go for these freeze tempers and stuff. Because we're gonna freeze stuff anyway, right? We can do stun, slow, and I guess it should be an immobilize actually. Because it's gonna be freezing everything anyway. If immobilize there as well. Maybe it should be a daze. But you have smoke grenade for that as well. So maybe we're gonna start with Tyrios, and then we're gonna try the new chest. And if I try the new chest, I'll have to like sort out my res a little bit more. What's the armor? 9100, it's missing a tiny bit. They're also changing this armor on the starting board, right? So you can't use that. Is there any other armor? Here's armor. Here's armor, we just take this, I guess. Ugh, we're missing 3. Uh-oh. We can do this, easy. I mean, here we're gonna have way too much. Let's remove this and this. 13,000, dude. Oh yeah, right, we have armor there as well. So this can just be life. We also need the fire rest. This can be dodge. Or healing received. Let's do dodge. That's a lot of fucking life, by the way. 53k. Might be overkill as hell. But we'll see how hard Torment 4 will be. This needs to be Shroud Tempers. Not sure if I really want to rapid fire ranks there. I don't think we care. What's my crit chance? We are at 60. 70, 80, 100. Easy clap. Can do this. 1 for the key passive. Okay, let's see if they change anything here. Bleed animation, no, this is barb stuff. This is Sork, Necro. Okay, here, Flurry, Dash, Smoke. Countertops cannot consume charges. Death Trap deal double damage. Dude, Death Trap is gonna be so cracked, man. I should actually be cooking a Death Trap build. But Man of Arrows is also gonna be cracked. He has chance when of arrows waves to cast twice, but it's kind of pointless. Well, I guess that's not entirely pointless. You can potentially make a Man of Arrows build that does not run Word of Hakan. I guess. If you have a Shaco and like fully master the cooldown, and then you have like a Beastfall boots, yeah, you might actually get away without it. And like for like a cold version maybe. Especially if like the new passes are on the neck, it could actually be better. But it can't do the Aerostorm benefits, and these Aerostorm benefits are 60%. That's pretty big, and 60% again, so these are pretty big to be honest. But okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I wonder if we should do like the resource. Yeah, primary resource. What about this? So card drops size maybe. Card drops duration, card drops size, and then here more card drops duration maybe. Resource. I wonder if you'll need that. This restores 25. Using a cooldown restores 25. So if we do everything, we're going to do at least poison. We're going to do smoke, that's 50. Maybe a dash. We have to do a dash actually. That's 75. And I guess the amount of arrows also is 100. So you might get to the point where we have enough resources. How much do we gain here? Resource generation is 10% extra. So we're gonna be like 80, 90, and then like the innovation procs, innovation here, it might be okay. Chance to make enemies vulnerable. Do we have vulnerable anywhere? I got a cursed touch. But maybe something like this is actually the better move here. You have exploit. We got control, tracker, versatility, efficacy. Can do one more glyph. So first of all, I guess we go there, there. And then this is gonna be like non-physical, I believe. So there's fluidity. There's ambush. There's canny. Canny is probably the way here. Non-physical, and we definitely need canny actually. Maybe on a better board even. But now we have control here. Just 39. I'm gonna put this there. I'm gonna put canny. That's 49 actually. It's a lot. So something like that. We don't have to make like very precise for now, I think. How's my ultimate damage here? We have more than enough, I guess. But the diamonds are probably still better. How much do they do? 35. So I wonder if you can get away with just like the chance to make enemies vulnerable. 35% chance. It's like the same as proccing a cursed touch once, but this will be forever. And this is only for 2 seconds, which is a bit risky, especially because you really want the vulnerable for this. So you might have to keep this. And then this could just be like a life roll or something. We have attack speed. Oh, it's gonna be like a dex roll. How's the dex? 1900. 55k life. Oh my god, dude. Okay. I mean, okay, we have to sacrifice Something for runes, right? Here can go runes. Here can go runes. Okay. Rain of Arrows, new mythic chest for stealth, Rain of Arrows. I'm not sure why you want to go on stealth. The new mythic chest seems pretty cracked, so I will definitely try it. If you're not, like, I mean, it seems like a very tanky setup. You already have Harlequin, we got Umbers and so on, we got this stuff here. We are rogues, so we're gonna be tanky. We can go sturdy and so on. So a lot of stuff we can do. We freeze everything all the time. Okay, so now the question is, what about the new key passive? I think there should be no problem here, right? Dealing 3 different types of non-physical damage increase the potency of your imbuement skills. So this will automatically happen every time we do a Rain of Arrows. Because of Word of Khan. So easy clap, I think. We should consider Shroud of Khanduras. Shroud of Khanduras has 75 non-physical. And if you do something like this, you can get 200 non-physical, so 600%, and 20% of that. So it's like 120% increased potency. That's a lot of fucking potency, dude. I think this is like a Shroud of Khanduras angle, actually. We might do that, we'll see. Also gives us Shadow Rest, which is cool. Where did the item go? Unequip. Wait, it was just deleted, okay. Yeah, I think we unequip this. Do this. And then we need a lightning res. Something like that. There's a lot of non-fizz. But even here we have actually 142. Okay, we have like the Paragon board and stuff. So copy, let's put this here. So now we have 325 and this is 142. This is so much extra. A 120% increased potency is effectively double damage. So this might actually be just Shroud of Khanduras, and there you go. And then you also have to pull in, which I guess doesn't matter much. But it also gives you the option to press Dark Shroud all the time and become immune all the time, so that's kind of cool. And I guess we don't really need to have Poison Imbuement on the bar. It's fine to not press Poison Imbuement. We could do Dark Shroud on the bar with the Shroud of Khanduras. And you can still have the Smoke, the Caltrops, the Dash, the Rain of Arrows. We don't really need it. Casting Poison Imbuement generates 30 energy. Increased by 2 for a nearby poison enemy. It's actually kind of big. It's like the enhancement now, right? And then they have this. And we completely don't care about the Beastfall Boots damage and the Rapid Fire damage. It's all Rain of Arrows. It's gonna do so much. Wait a minute. Do we need the new board? We could drop Cheap Shot board. And go for the new board. The new board seems pretty good, actually. We need Eldritch Bounty. There's no way around that. We also need the No Witness. We kind of want to exploit weakness, but I can also drop this instead of Cheap Shot. Cheap Shot is very nice for this. There's also this. And then, yeah. And here's Life and Wound are... Not sure what changes about it. This has damage to elites. Damage to his movement speed. That's how he received an armor. Yeah. Kind of whatever, these changes. There's life now on the Cunning Stratagem board. Why the new Paragon bots? I guess just this here, right? Casting mobility, all start of your skill, increase the damage of your next skill by 50%. Yeah, it's kinda wild. Khaldos is a mobility skill, right? Yes. So you can do either dash or caltrops as the last skill before Ray of Arrows and then get 50% buff. Which is definitely better than this up to 25% buff, which is more an average of like 15 maybe. So you probably want to drop this board and go for the new board. So let's just do this, put a new bond there. I think it's going to do so much damage, man. We have insane Khaldos duration, 20 seconds. How much dodge is this? 37. 34. So this has 1900 dex. This has 1500. How is it so much difference? Wood? Oh, it's because of the Paragons. Because it's like cut off, yeah. Okay. If you do this, boom, 1500, okay. That makes sense. You're gonna put a new board there. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty wild actually. Like you'll cast your Rain of Arrows so often that you'll basically just have perma immunity from the Shroud of Khanduras. I think Shroud of Khanduras is actually gonna be insane for this. So you don't even run the materials or the new chest. This might actually give you more damage than the +1 passive chest. It might even give you more defense than the materials. Well, you have to like actively press the button for Dark Shroud. But yeah, we don't actually need Poison Imbuement on our bar. And it is kind of nice because it gives us 30 energy, plus we get 25 from the boots. So it might be important just for that reason. But if we can solve our resources, then we can do it. And you have to Khaldos anyway for the boss nukes. So you just throw it on the boss before the stagger. It lasts 20 seconds anyway, you can just keep the boss in there. It slows enemies all the time. And then there you go. It's gonna be insane, I think. And honestly, I might just do something like this here. But, yeah. We have more than enough energy. Here, actually not though. Let's do clone. I think you have to invest more. 149, we actually have to... Oof. Yeah, in order to reach this maximum energy threshold, you actually have pretty big boots. But if you go for Shaco, it makes it way easier to reach that, because you have maximum energy there. There's no other real source of maximum energy, I think. But yeah, I think that's probably something that I would go with. We're gonna like see about the exact setup here. Imagine pressing an extra button on the rogue. Yeah, one more button doesn't matter. Thanks Bobby for the prime. Yo, the new skill says each charge is a 1 second cooldown, but each charge lasts 1 second. Do you think the charges don't start cooldown until you stop channeling? I think that actually, yes. Because else it doesn't really make sense. So I think they want you to have a break in the channel. But then it comes back really fast. And then with combo points you can make it last longer before you run out of charges and stuff like that. But I guess we'll see. If you combine this with preparation, you might be able to just like press your ultimate after you're done channeling and get all your charges back immediately. And then you just keep channeling. So that's probably how you would play such a build anyway. You just like channel the dance of knives, and then you go basically. Press Death Trap after 10 seconds, go again. This is not for a new season, this is for an expansion. Let's close this thing. Let's try a death trap setup. And I think a death trap setup would probably work kind of similarly to this, but we need ice in the dark, we need to change some things. I've not actually made a death trap build, but delete. Delete. I guess we're gonna delete this entire thing here. Boom. So let's do ice in the dark. Who knew that this would be a thing at some point? Maybe chance for death trap to deal double damage. I'm not sure about the Caltrops stuff. We'll see what is in the value on this thing. And I guess we go exposure. How are they changing death trap? You get a 10 seconds DR. Enemies that resist death trap's pull are hit again. Oh man, this is crazy. Okay. So we do this. We definitely need some shadow immune here. I don't think we need Beastfall boots. Maybe delete this. Can do Penitent. Don't think I need Flicker. Maybe we do Beastfall boots anyway. When I think about it. Let's go to preparation strat anyways. This might be like very similar. We just want to try to... Nah, we have exposure, it's fine. Exposure will take care of it. So this might be more of like a... You play as like a Darius, for example. Just to proc exposure very fast. And then spam death trap, death trap, death trap, death trap. So this could be a thing. I'm not sure what we will put there. Seems like there will not be many aspects to buff this. Entering stealth, killing a frozen enemy. No. Casting smoke on it, increase your critical strike damage by 33% for 6 seconds. Interesting. This thing has 12.5 res. And this might actually be the new baseline for Ancestral rings. Previously they were 10, 10. Now it's 12.5, so you might get like 5 more res. Maybe more from the amulet as well, maybe more like 10. Yo, Sarah John, thank you. Yeah, I'm very hyped for the expansion, it's gonna be fun. Okay, I think I want something like Frigid. Advantage. And then, I don't know what, I guess Malice would be more like the new passive. If you put a new passive, maybe that. So move speed production out shadow. No idea what kind of power I should put here. Contribution. Stone Vigor, but only works for cut for it. Church side, we can't do that. Water shadow. Blast trapper. I wonder if we can get so much like a hit that we can actually visit our death trap just while shooting into the pack, basically. From like just the death trap itself. It does have relatively low like a hit. But it will always hit twice. So we will have like a much easier time actually doing this. Don't really want elements, we don't really want those. But we might keep elements anyway. A Cursed Touch. Creeping Death is also useless. Corruption is useless. Oh boy. I have like no powers to put here. What the hell? Is there any good uniques that we would care about? Yeah, I don't think we do Beast Soul Boots. We can get our base cooldown kind of low, though we could probably play exactly the same that we do with Word of Arcane and not actually run exposure. So what's the advantage of that? We can run no, kind of, and this. But for this I have to go melee, and then we go flurry. And what do we gain really? It's 50% damage. I think a bit of exposure. We don't actually need armor. Get alive, Shroud. Maybe do second wind. And then here with innovation. Innovation, we have that already actually. And we might do a third innovation. And in fact, we might actually do a start. Wait a minute, we do a Starless. We're gonna play some Starless. Unequip this. Do something like this. This. Let's go. Yeah, this will solve the resources. Something like that. And then we can do branching bodies. Actually, we can do high velocity. Maybe no branching bodies at all. Maybe we have enough lucky hits. So we can do this. Lots of attack speed. Tough choice, man. What do I do? I guess it's like an Edge Master's angle or some shit. And then we do like an inner calm. And then we do... We got elements already. Maybe we're gonna branching body anyway. We could try to do corruption. I guess we can do retribution. We can do cold clip or something. 3% damage, not that much. We can also concede it. I guess that's okay. Something like that. Crit chance is 72. That's a lot of crit. I wonder where ultimate skill ranks will go. So here we have Subterfuge, here we have Core, here we have Imbuement. Here we have Basic. Does it go in the boots? What is the... It's like the agility for rogues. So all these classes are covered. So I'm not sure where ultimate skill ranks will go. I wonder if it's gonna be an armor piece or if it's gonna be on like, I don't know, weapon or something. That could be interesting. So we can do the resource thing, but it's probably not needed. We can do some life on hit. Maybe something like that. I definitely want to go with Shadow Imbue. So we can activate Eldritch Bounty. We got this. And we have to get, I guess, Poison Trap in there. We did this. So we can activate all these things. We have 8 points left, so we can put 5 there. We're gonna put 3 in the new passive. There's Aftermath. So many points in Aftermath. Where's that coming from? Holy, okay. So we do this. That's a lot of the R. 40% damage reduction. I wish there was something like Poison Trap. Like, size, man. But let's do this. This will make it way easier to trigger all this stuff. We put Barrage. We definitely want trick attacks. We also want Unstable. We also want Exploits. And I want a lot of stuff actually. We can do Weapon Mastery for this actually. I think. It should work. 15% crit damage. Yeah, we have a lot of crit chance. We're at 82. We don't need to count off that badly. And I guess here we want Deadly Ambush perhaps. We got no witnesses, yes. Cheap Shot is okay. Maybe we don't need Eldritch Bounty that badly. Or the Shadow Imbuement. It would be nice though. I think most of the damage will be the Death Trap here. Shadow Imbuement will not do that much besides like some really small stuff. Maybe we can remove that. Get a cutoffs anyway. Or Shadow Step. New board. You could remove Eldritch Bounty and go Deadly Ambush. This non-physical stuff is not going to be that important. So we can do this. There's also Life. There's also Traps Arm faster, which is kind of cool. Since you want to be mainly critting anyway, we can do this. Not changing on Deadly Ambush. F. And they're replacing this. Okay, so we wanted the R there, I suppose. Something like that. 20 Tracker. Do we do something like Night Stalker? No. I wonder if Snare is going to be a good glyph in the expansion. Trap skills see increased damage, non-ultimate trap skills have increased radius. I wonder if that could actually be a legit option here. Could do Ambush. Ambush kind of good. Something like that. Yes, the Sword of Glitter buffs the non-ulti trap size. Yeah, that's a snare glyph. But it's only for the poison trap and not really worth. You know, it's not that hard to get like at least a boss with the poison trap and stuff. I just like having like a larger poison trap, but I don't think there's anything for it, which is kind of sad. I'm really curious to see what are all these legendary effects on auto glyphs. Something like Canny could still be a thing here. Instead of, for example, this. Okay, so remove all these small nodes. Traps arm 1 second faster. Okay, that's kind of nice. It's actually pretty good, man. This pair of pants. 40 DR. 5 to Aftermath. Yeah, I wonder if I should actually run Exposure. Maybe we're gonna run this with Momentum and not with Barrage, but with like Flurry or something. We'll see. But the problem is if we go Flurry, then we're gonna have much less damage on our poison, on our Death Trap. And we're gonna proc the Exposure less often. So we'll see how this will go. Maybe Barrage is the way, but maybe we're fine going momentum. But yeah, crossbow is like 22.2% more damage than having swords. If you go with flurry, we will have swords in our hand, and Death Trap will do less damage. But you could run momentum, which is DR, energy, movement, damage, and so on. We could even run a Fist of Fate, actually, I just realized. We should not run this. Unequip. Fist of Fate is the way. So let's try this. And then we do like, I don't know what. We have stun. Let's just do freeze temper, I guess. So I get that a bit more reliably. You could even consider running like Umbers on the neck. Because high velocity is actually not that crazy for this. Or elements or something like that. And then you can have like another chest piece, you can have the unique chest. What's our maximum energy? 146. Okay, we do this. Boom. Okay, so if you have 9 ranks in a Death Trap, it starts at 50 seconds. It will have 36 seconds baseline. And then we have, how much cooldown reduction can we get actually? What if we go for a triple Shaco? Like this. We have 44. And then we have ultimate cooldown there. And that's basically it. So we could probably put like one more trap cooldown. What if we do this? So this is 15. I think it can actually get to a point where we don't need exposure anymore, basically. 12.5. Oh shit. Yes, actually. I think we actually played this with flurry and momentum. Now we have one problem here actually, which is momentum only works. Wait, casting a non-cutthroat skill. Wait, they're changing this, right? Momentum. Only removes a stack when casting marksman skills. And Death Trap is not a marksman skill. Nothing here is a marksman skill if you remove Barrage. So I think this is actually a momentum angle. We go flurry. And then with baseball boots, as long as you get to 150 energy really fast all the time, which I guess you can with like a bit of consuming shadows or innovation ranks, and then pressing all of our buttons, we can actually just like flurry 1 2 3 Death Trap, flurry 1 2 3 Death Trap, or something like that. And there you go. It might actually work. All we need is like a bit more cooldown. What if I add like another trap temper like this? Let's say 0.8. Boom. So just like another trap temper. I will try this, I think. Let's do this. And then even on the boss, we can just like always activate everything all the time. And then we have this. And we don't even need this here. We can do ultimate cooldown or something. What's our speed? No. We want to move speed, I think. Yo, Cena, thanks for the donor, by the way. More mythics than numbers. 2 seasons. 1000 overs on pants. And I have 1 rank of Umbers. Yeah, I hear that all the time, that people have trouble getting Umbers aspect. At the season start, we got like a lot more jewelry than we should have. So you just get like resource and offensive aspects all the time. And now that has been fixed, and I guess, I don't know, maybe Umbris is more rare or something, I'm not sure. My Umbris is also not maxed out. I have a 15 out of 16. It is what it is, I guess. It's kind of funny though. We can put Flurry here. And we'll do this. Let's get some healing. And yeah, this could actually be pretty nutty. Got the shadow stuff there. Trap cooldown, trap cooldown. We have this here, which is unnecessary. I have a lot of like a hit chance that we actually don't really need for anything now. But Fist of Fate is still kind of the best option here because we don't need core skill ranks. We stagger bosses very fast. We get 50% extra damage, which is way better than any aspect I could put there. Fist of Fate is literally just best in slot for the damage. Which is kind of funny. So I guess we do something like that. And we get innovation. You might want to put some points in innovation there. Let me do this here. Maybe one in Aftermath. And this means every time we press Aftermath, we get 150 energy. Okay, we actually have our energy issues solved from Aftermath anyway. After using ultimate, we store 150 energy. So you press Death Trap, you have full energy. You press Flurry, you have 0. You reset Death Trap. And that's it. Like, that's it. You don't need to press anything else. It's literally Death Trap, Flurry, Death Trap, Flurry, Death Trap, Flurry all the time. Damn, Psylek, thanks for the 10 subs, by the way. Appreciate that. Rex said Andy Rogue is dead in Season 6. That seems untrue as fuck. Where's that coming from? Yeah, I think Rex is gonna be pretty much on softcore these days. But maybe I can convince him to go hardcore sometimes for like some events. I want to do some, you know, hardcore races and these kind of things. Back to reading chat. Yeah, I'm trying to cook, guys. Type in chat, he's about to look. LE cycle refresh on September 19th. Wait, that's pretty early. What? Wait, cycle 1.2 already? Or it is just like starting a new cycle with no patch? What's it saying is probably going softcore too. I mean, you can kind of understand that, you know, if you don't want to like super try hard race and whatever. Announcing the Imperial Uprising. Okay. September 19th. So wait a minute, so the PTR is 4 to probably 10 or 11. And then 1 week after that. Okay, we could play like a few days of Mass Epoch, and then 27th is Dwarven Realms. And then here's expansion. Okay, we can fit that in. 20% discount on all editions. Cool. Exclamation mark Nexus, by the way, if you want to buy Mass Epoch. Steam deck verification, new and updated shrines, quality of life improvement to dungeons, stashed up priority system. Ooh. Month-long event modifiers. Okay. Players over this killing skeletons, all manner of them. Imperial Immortal Emperor has gotten a little too big. Okay. Increase faction reputation gain, increase gold gain, increase unique drop rates, increase unique undead spawn rates. Cool. We could do like a little race there. Sounds fun. Why not? I hired as me for the PTR. Yes, I am, Chris. It's really cool actually. We get like everything besides the mercenaries now, right? You can literally make all the builds. I don't think the mercenaries will really have such an impact anyway. It's crazy, man. We can cook now, we can try the builds. It's basically a mid-season patch, but full reset. Yeah, I like the idea. On any sort, if you want to do puncture and this still get second wind barrier, could use unique shot of Erathiel. You could, but I guess it does make you quite tanky. But at that point, I would just equip a Doombringer if you have one, and you don't have to worry about the resources. You're better off with a Doombringer. You can buy everything on a PTR. Yeah, exactly, man. You can do so much stuff. I'm very excited to see this Death Trap stuff. So we can't do this flurry. I can't do this barrage string. What do I have a flurry here? We don't care, I think. Maybe do retribution there. Or consider it even. And then we do either cold clip or just do inner calm, I guess. Dude, it's gonna be insane. And actually, I'm not sure if I want to go for the new board in that case, but it is pretty powerful. But you have to dash, and we don't really want to do that. It's 50% damage, but I have to dash in between. So I have to add an extra skill, and I think this will actually not be good enough. We might put just Eldritch Bounty and be done with it. No, 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 no. Yeah, maybe Eldritch Bounty is the way, and not the new board. Now we can do control, Night Stalker, exploit, explosive, diminish, TVS. TVS now works on bosses, so he's kind of big. When you hit an enemy with an attack that applies a crowd control, I wonder if this actually works even on a non-staggered boss. I guess so, right? It's just like about hitting and blocking crowd control now, I suppose. But let's do control. So we like lean into the stagger. We already have like retribution and shit like that. So let's just do this. So it's such a long path out here, so just ignore this. Now I wonder if it would actually be 4 hits, right? You get 2 rearm, I get 1 rearm, so I get like 1 cast, 1 rearm, and both times it will just cast again. So I get 4 activations. That's actually gonna be nuts, man. Yeah, I don't think I'm even gonna play this with exposure. They literally just go low enough cooldown so that you can just reset your Death Trap every time you cast your Death Trap, and there you go. And you lose momentum. And you don't even lose the momentum stacks, because you don't have a marksman skill. That's actually insane. He also has all the damage passives already. You get like all of the resources that you need. You can also throw this on the Rain of Arrows build, to be honest. So here's a skill tree. I want to do a bit of Aftermath, and like this we have no issues. So I don't think we need to have this on the bar. But on Rain of Arrows, I think dash is going to be way more useful. So you just position yourself with the dash, shoot, shoot, have full resources, and there you go. Let's do something like this, yeah. We also have second wind. Can we do second wind here? Yes, you can. That's gonna be so insane, I think. Now, we don't have any Wuln on this side now, but I guess we can. Our life is really high, so let's do Wuln. Life on hit, restore resource, we don't even need that. This could be like crit. We're just critting anyway. And I guess, yeah, let's do crit. Let's do crit. And I think here as well. We just put like a few points in Aftermath and we're fine. We don't need like random procs to like damage over time. You can also do life on hit if you want. It's like a kind of nice way. Just get a bit of extra healing there. Damage over time. Card Restoration. Oh wait, we had cut-offs there. Okay, we want that actually. As of hate launch day, 40-hour stream. Yeah, no sleep until Torment 4, the Citadel clear. Since when we got a dog? Since in around 7 days from now. Yeah, it's not our dog. It's like somewhere outside, I think. Barking dog. I wish I could get a DPS meter at training range. Yeah, that'd be cool. But that would also kind of like open the door for many problems of that, right? Like if you give people a DPS meter, then it's gonna be like, yeah, LFG, Dark Citadel, Torment 4, you know, minimum 20 million DPS. Provide screenshot, you know, kind of bullshit like that. And then people are gonna start making their target dummy DPS builds. They're already doing that anyway, right? If it, like every other build that I see uploaded on YouTube, you know, by let's say Rob, for example, he's always standing at a target dummy, unkillable targets, 5 of them, you proc 1,000 things, and yeah, it looks pretty good. And then you go play the build in like a real life scenario, and it's completely different. So people are gonna do just that, right? And then it's gonna be oof. Me cooking up target dummy, paint image at the biggest numbers. Yeah. I think if you have like a DPS meter, even just in a target dummy range, it's gonna be a problem for sure. $20 bazillion poison dot ticks after hitting a dummy for 30 minutes. Yeah, exactly, stuff like that, right? Like, I basically never show anything from the target dummy room because it's just not real. Yeah, it's nice sometimes to go there and like try out like some like, mechanic or whatever, but it's always important like what is the build actually doing in like a real scenario, and people tend to neglect that, I think, way too much. I think the positives outweigh the negatives. I don't think so, actually. It is real for the dummies. It becomes real in your head. Yeah. Fake blood, thanks for the 50 mouse, man. Okay, I guess we have to do stuff. Can I think Season 3 planners is gonna delete now. So we're gonna move to Season 4 planners up here. It's gonna overwrite all of these. I'm gonna move the Season 5 planners up. Oh, this was actually enough arrows, yeah. Okay, let's do this. I mean, most of this stuff can just be tested anyway. With like a few updates and stuff. I'm not gonna make like everything anew now. I guess what we want to try is like cooking a Shadow Step planner. And then we're gonna start from Mippies. Do I have a Shadow Step planner actually from Season 4? Season 5? Season 4 surely. I have a Season 5 Shadow Step. Victimize Copium. So that's Ditch, I guess. I'm gonna do like Shadow Step Cleave, Shadow Step Cleave, Shadow Step Cleave. I guess you're gonna go triple legendary weapon just for that reason. And we need a lot of cooldown. I guess you wanna go like a Shaco. We need like a bunch of cooldown. Because you get... We need to get 60 something percent cooldown reduction for Shadow Step, which is fairly easy. There's mobility cooldown reduction. And then there's like Shadow Step cooldown reduction, I think. Or agility cooldown reduction. 17%, okay. So it should be fairly easy if you go Shaco. Okay, let's see. Do Mythic Uniques always stop as Ancestral with 1 GA? I suppose so. Because they are always Ancestral. They should always have 1 GA. It's gonna be pretty cracked, actually. If you always get guaranteed 1 GA, it's actually gonna be very easy to get, like, you know, a 1 GA Shaco, 1 GA whatever, right? With, like, a cooldown or whatever. That actually makes it so much better, because some of them have, like, these crazy stats. Imagine you have, like, a Tyrios with the GA DR or the GA Max always. There's actually 2 options. Shaco has the cooldown. Like, there's so much crazy stuff on this. Is there even more information again in Seattle that hasn't been announced? Yeah, a bit. But most of it is out. Very easy, hits GA on all the wrong affixes all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's a 1 in 4, right? Unique items only have 4 affixes. And most of the time there's exactly 1 that you want to hit. But on Tyrios there's 2, so that's actually easy. Yeah, on a Shaco, of course. I mean, we're not gonna cry about having a GA max life Shaco, but what you really want usually is a GA cooldown Shaco, right? Because it's so insane having the GA there. And I guess, what about the other mythics? On Starlight Ring, it doesn't really matter. You can hit attack speed, you can hit a crit, you can hit a core skill. I guess depending on the build, you want more one or the other, or like a hit. So that depends a little bit. Like Starlight is like a very versatile thing. What else do we got? Andarios, and nothing really matters, but I guess the attack speed could be nice. Grandfather, I guess there's also multiple options. All stats is fine, life is fine, damage is most of the time fine. Made it hard, F. Doombringer, I guess the only thing I really want is the maximum life there. But the R is not terrible. But yeah, just having that is guaranteed 1 GA on any mythic, it's actually nuts. Because you can actually realistically farm a 1 GA mythic of what you want. Just get it, yeah. What do you think about the new mythic chest? Yeah, it's pretty powerful. The stats are awful, but the +1 passes really makes up for it. And the thing is, you can get plus ranks to passives that you can otherwise not get ranks for. Like, that's gonna be some crazy stuff. Like, something like Align the Elements is gonna be really good. Stuff like Mana Shield and Protection, like these kind of things. It gets, like, crazy. Like, everything, man. You know? It's wild. Like, all this stuff. And you don't even invest points. Like, I don't know, man. Actually, who has, like, the craziest, yeah. There are some 60R. Druid can definitely profit a lot from this stuff. Like, all these passes are kind of wild. If you play like a shapeshifting build, and then you convert it to like an earth thing or something, then you have like all this cluster here, you have like the defensive posture, you have like all this stuff down there, you have like an envenom there, like all this stuff. You can even like include some lightning bolt stuff there. You get a clarity rank, you get this res and the DR, you get a crit and the speed and the DR there. I don't know, man, it's so much stuff. Here's speed, DR, alive, Woolen, a bit of Thorns. Like, you get like the bleed and the Thorns by default as a barb, for example. DR and Fury. You make stuff vulnerable. Get crit damage against injured. You do the slow stuff. You get DR here, more fortify, more damage. Then you get all this cluster here. If you do like a two-handed mace build for like Upheaval or Hoda or Death Blow, like all this cluster is insane. Yeah. Yeah, Spiritborn is gonna be completely cracked with this, because Spiritborn can profit from so many insane damage passes, and all of the Spiritborn passes are massively overtuned. There's like, you know, the typical Spiritborn passive is like in a range of, you know, around 8 to 10% damage or something. Like here, 10% damage if you stack this up. Here, this is also around 10% damage or so if you have this. Then you have, you know, stuff like, there's also the Eagle passives here. This is also 10% damage per point. Like, I don't know, man. He has 10% damage per point. He has 6% against the elites. Wounded elites, the damage. Like, there's so much crazy stuff. Necro. Let's see the Necro passives. So all of the, you have like these minion buffs. Kind of whatever, most of the time. Bit of speed, close the R, damage. Blood stuff, kind of nice. The shadow stuff is also pretty good here, especially terror. All the bone stuff is also kind of nice to have. Especially stuff like rapid ossification, for example. Having an extra rank there is kind of cool. You get a free fortify there. Get some crits. You get a DR here from the standalone. And the sacrifice bonuses. There's also gonna be like strong new passes, right? There's like 3 more new passes on every class as well. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty insane. The new chest. Everyone will just use the Shaco and the new chest and build around the other slots for stats. Yeah, I don't think necessarily everyone goes for it. It's certainly like a strong offensive choice. Defensively, Tyrius will certainly win. You also have to remember you have to get a lot of resistances now. Tyrius helps you a lot with the resistances. You have to get 50 more res now everywhere. It's not that easy necessarily. How fun is the Eagle Spiritborn? Yes. Anyway, Let's try to cook some Shadow Step stuff. So remove this. Remove this. Remove this. We do Shroud Tempers. Shroud Tempers are just better than Shadow Step Tempers, which is kind of funny to think about. Cold Immune plus 2 casts. We have Ravager on the neck. Killing enemy refunds the charge, increases the damage of Shadow Step. But it's only on kill. So I'm not sure if I actually want to do this on the neck. So this actually it's sort of a mythic setup. So unequip this. Paragon helps a lot to hit the cooldown threshold. Let's do this. Like we could actually put this in a plan around. Just get a cooldown Shaco GA. It's actually pretty realistic in the future. Concussive, hectic. Oh, wait. We could do Ravager here. We do something like Inner Calm, maybe. On the neck. Retribution, Inner Calm. Elements, Edgemaster, Synergy. Using a subtlety skill increases damage of your next agility skill by 100%. But this only helps us if we actually reduce the cooldown enough so we can cast it every time, right? Using agility skill reduces the cooldown for next set of skill by 40%. Okay, we can actually get to the point we can do like smoke, shadow step, smoke, shadow step. Like on boss. And like this we're also gonna use less of our cold imbued charges, and we should actually be fine, so maybe this is the way. Is the cooldown actually included here? We have 50 CDR. Which is not even included here. So you probably still want to go for this setup. Like this, you're going to instantly reset the smoke grenade. And then smoke, shadow, smoke, shadow, smoke, shadow. You have to get trigger attacks in there. Got weapon mastery. Okay, we do this. Don't really need that. Definitely don't want haste. What you do want actually is impetus though. Oh, this damage bonus is ready. Your agility and slaughter skills to 10% increased damage. And they're buffing this, I think, right? Damage to basic skills. Okay. And it has preparation. We can't really do anything with that. So I think no witnesses is out. It's gonna be like inner sight. And the ambush is also not that crazy. This is mostly gonna be for the boss. Checks out a trade. Gives us a 25% bonus for 8 seconds. And I think we're going to go momentum actually. 60% damage. And then we can do stolen bigger. 68% damage. We become unstoppable for 3 seconds every 8 seconds. Let's do this. Synergy, elements. Okay. Okay. Smoke grenade cooldown reduction. We probably don't even need that. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Guys, we got spinach souffle.
I did make it. Woody brought it.
Oh, thank you anyway.
You like the light?
Yeah. Nini upgrade our room again today.
I would go with the blue. But pink works too, I guess.
Yeah, you need to figure out how to change the color.
The other works fine. I changed it. I don't know why this gets stuck in red.
Okay. Ja, Yeet Rune. Should add the good rune words. That sounds good. When's Nini? Soon TM. Legit gaming studio, like a true streamer boss. Thank you. Okay, no witnesses is out. How many bosses is actually 6? So no witnesses is out. Exploit weakness is okay. Takes out trade is okay. Sheep shot is good. And then the ambush is also out, I think. We're gonna do the new one. So we do like this here. We can put a new ward there. Save. It's gonna be interesting. I wonder if I should also do something like Fist of Fate here. Like just Fist of Fate, man. You get all the CCs, you stagger bosses, and it's gonna be like legit insane amount of stagger. What did I change with Shadow Step? Cleaves. Shadow Step deals 200% more damage. Oh my god, man. Casting Shadow Step reduces the cooldown by 3 seconds. Okay. But no more stun. Holy shit. Okay. Waiting for Woody to make an ARPG. Are you sure about that? Okay, why is my resistance so shit? Fire res. Like Omega overcapped. Okay, we need like a lightning res roll or something. Shadow, fire. Okay, we'll see about the resistances once the paragons are out, I guess. Hey, Sukaza. Thank you. Appreciate the 47 months. Res is bad since Storm 4. Yeah, just ignore res, I guess. That's also easy. Yeah, you definitely have to invest some in res. You need 50 more res, man. Actually, I have to like put like some res here, res there, and so on. I just realized. So I guess we just do that. Just put like an all res there. Stuff like this maybe. It's all decks kind of low. But missing a board. Gonna be so weird to make Paragon boards in the future. Only 5 boards. On the other hand, you will always like double the bonuses on your rooms, on your rare notes, right? Easily. Dude, this thing is as attack speed, man. That's a quite old school roll. Okay, let's do something like this. Also vuln damage. Let's do something like this. Actually, I think our Masterworks should go on the new thing, right? So maybe something like this. We have 1 damage here. This should actually be crit, I suppose. There's also 1 damage here. And lucky hit chance. We don't need that. So I guess you also just put like a res roll like this. Shadow Step cooldown, damage per Dark Shroud. Dex. Dex. More res. We are quite overcapped now, so maybe we're fine. Student life. I think that like a hit is actually not something you want. In fact, I think this is a Fist of Fate angle. Unequip. Now it's gonna feel a bit clunky doing the Fist of Fate. With the 1 to 300, because it's not gonna be that consistent. But for boss damage, it's certainly the way. It depends on like how squishy our boss is gonna be in the future. Okay, how's our crit chance? We have 50, 60, 80, easy 100 with trigger attacks. And then you can even do something like precision imbuement if you want. Or not. So it's gonna be fine either way. So for bossing, Fist of Fate for sure, otherwise it's gonna go with the Concussive Strike, I think. Frostbite in chest. Okay, what's our cooldown on the Shadow Step? Currently our cooldown here is 50%, so that's gonna be 4.5. So I mean like another 30% reduction or so. We have Shadow Step cooldown reduction, mobility cooldown reduction. Yeah, this is enough. And Cold Imbue, Cold Imbue. You also get a bunch of extra crit there from Inner Sight. Sometimes. Actually, wait a minute. "100% crit damage to enemies marked by Inner Sight. When Inner Sight is full, you get 30% increased damage." You could actually run this aspect instead of Inner Calm, I think. Because they are basically gonna always crit. Non-ancestral legendaries you're gonna drop from now on in World Tier 4 will only have 1 or 2 tempers. 1. You'll find normal items in World Tier 4, or like in Torment 4, or any Torment. And then you sometimes find ancestral. How good do the Fist of Fate for Andarius Rogue have to be? You don't care about the unique effect, it doesn't matter for Andarius. But you want high lucky hit chance. And then some chance to make enemies crowd controls. What if you do this? I wonder if I can like throw in like a Heart Seeker duration. At least you can get a 50% crit chance. And 15% damage. Then put us here. 60%. So it's gonna be like 6 seconds or so. This could be kinda nice. You can also put it on boots, I guess. Like that. And then after Fist of Fate to do all of our CC. We apply Daze and Vulnerable automatically. And we have Stun here. Maybe do Freeze instead. Isn't this gonna make anything below Ancestor Drops useless, just like rares are now? Well, if you intend to be the luckiest person in the world, I guess you're right. But other people actually have to grind normal items before they get Ancestrals everywhere. Okay, so Frigid Finesse, and then I guess Malice or Exploit. How about Exploit? What about Weapon Mastery actually? Weapon Mastery is legit. Weapon Mastery is actually gonna be nuts for this. So I think I want to do something like that. +2, +3, Shadow Step cooldown. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7 cold imbuement charges. You can use it like roughly every 6.5 seconds. So you get like 1 cold imbuement charge per second. Which sounds about right. It's like smoke, shadow, smoke, shadow, smoke, shadow, smoke, shadow. Okay, I think this will work out pretty well actually. I mean, if you really want, you can do this. Yeah, 1 more. Yeah, what do we do with this Death Trap here? The Death Trap is kind of useless, I feel. Concealment. What did they add for concealment again? Also grants unhindered. 10% dodge chance, increased movement speed by 60% for 5 seconds. No, this is only the movement speed bonus while inside of concealment, so this doesn't really help us. We're gonna have perma cap movement speed anyway. We don't need much movement speed for this. Yeah, we're gonna get 25 here, 25 there, and the rest comes from just Shadow Step itself, giving you 50%. So we're fine. We could do just dash, honestly. Just gonna feel good, I guess. Can just go faster. I think this sounds like a good idea. So no poison stuff here. Yeah, I just made Rain of Arrows, Shadow Step, and Death Trap. These are gonna be pretty good builds. Oh, Gratz Robot, by the way. I think we do concussive strikes here on the chest and not go... Yeah, we have a chance to daze, so we have a bit more CC there. Although we already have the smoke. We have to go Ravages there, stolen. 68% increased damage. Okay, so how much cooldown do we need to make this work with the smoke grenade? What if we hit not an elite and it's just a normal target? We'll have a 10 seconds cooldown. Our CDR is 44. So it's a 6 seconds cooldown. Reduce it by 40%. 3.5 seconds. Yeah, if you don't hit an elite, we cannot do smoke grenade all the time. It's just what it is. But otherwise we can. Just put like an extra point there. Let's do this. To get started, before you have Shaco, you can also go with a cooldown on neck. Or before you have like a masterwork Shaco like this, you can do a cooldown on neck to help out a little bit. Five seconds. 4.1. 3.6, okay, and then minus 3 seconds. So Shadow Step is basically permanent, especially with smoking it in between. I guess you want to get a tiny bit more cooldown. Like you want to just like Shadow Step permanently when there's trash monsters, basically. We don't want to do this throw the smoke and then Shadow Step and so on. This is something more for bosses. Being on trash, you just want to spam Shadow Step. Bam, 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 bam. So let's see how this will go, I guess. So you might want to do this. Hashiras for 7 ranks of Weapon Mastery. Yeah, Weapon Mastery is pretty cracked. It might be worth it, but it depends on how big is the tempo. But yeah, Weapon Mastery ranks are insane. But you already have a lot of them. But yeah, look at this. 63% increased damage to healthy and injured enemies. Times 2. You get 126. Because they're 2 daggers. And yeah, like more ranks to Weapon Mastery could be pretty nuts. But then you get attack speed. Attack speed is not that useful on this build, I think. You get crit, which is okay. Life, which is okay. Lucky hit, okay, and then Weapon Mastery, and then get up to 40% attack speed. Yeah. Could be legit the best option, actually. I mean, 7 ranks is kind of tough. But it is unique, so it's easier to masterwork. And that is a lot of ranks. 112. So for one-shotting stuff, might be the way of like speed farming. This is 43% extra damage for one-shots. And roughly half of it for like boss fights. Nah, it could be worth it. Stats are not bad. Even if you give us something like elements, for example, right? It's like 15% DPS. You can give that up easily. But yeah, it also depends like how much is the Shadow Cleave temper. The Shadow Step Cleave temper. So I guess we'll wait and see. But it's an option. Umbra makes no sense here. Yeah, Ashiras is actually like best in slot for non-poison melee builds. If you don't play Andariels, if you don't play Poison Imbue, then Ashiras is nuts. For melee builds, Weapon Mastery is completely insane. So getting those Weapon Mastery rings, I actually have a GA Ashiras Weapon Mastery with a good unique affix in my stash somewhere. I wanted to play like a Cold TB or Shadow TB or something. I'm curious about Poison TB with the new key passive. Yeah, it could be pretty wild as well. But momentum already exists and it's pretty powerful. I don't think that the new key passive will save Poison TB. But you do get the Twisting Blades, hits twice, right? Twisting Blades, yeah. So this is pretty big. And also because you hit twice, you get double the lucky hit. And Twisting Blades lucky hit is insanely bad. So this will help a lot with that. Like even with Fist of Fate and like 8 poison imbuement count or something, I was barely able to get consistent poison, what is it, Bursting Venom procs, for example, on a Poison TB preparation build. Sometimes I did run out of procs anyway, or even like with 10 attacks or something. But if they hit twice, that's going to be very helpful. I don't know, we capped at 800, yes. The new players need to complete the map renown for the extra Paragon before Vessel of Hatred? I guess so. They haven't told us about renown changes. But for now, I would expect yes. Let's get a 10 crit down. Okay, so something like this is gonna be the Shadow Step setup, I think. I think it's gonna have some insane boss damage and really good clear because it's just like Shadow Step, Shadow Step, Shadow Step. That's gonna be funny. And we could even still run the Mythic Unique chest, I think. Maybe this would be like a new Mythic chest angle. We just have to figure out where to get some res. We already have res. Okay, we can put a res there, I guess. So let's do like a lightning res. Unequip, put a new chest there. Get insane damage. And see what happens. Lightning res on the ring, man. All res on the other ring. And res here. It's kind of funny, man. Let me do optic iteration. Actual flicker rogue, guys. Like 90-ish crit. Yeah, we can actually get to 100% crit with the target practice plus the precision imbuement. We're gonna have 6% crit extra just like that, and maybe throwing like 1 or 2 more points in that. And there we go. That's it. Can't get second wind now, so we're not really that well protected. It's kind of nice, you're gonna have permanent impetus because they never consume it. While this damage bonus is ready, your agility and start of your skills deal 15% increased damage. Yeah, we don't have a core, we don't have an ultimate skill. So we just permanently have this. Could even put like impetus on the amulet, for example. It's actually gonna be kind of good for this. Instead of that. Impetus log in, man. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, we have Ravager here. I put Stone and Vigor on the neck because it's pretty big multiplier. Okay. Let's see what happens. Season 5 best rock build. Andariel's Barrage. Those amulets don't exist? Of course they exist. Dude, it's gonna be insane, this build. It's gonna be so mobile as well. Like, you just literally just shadow stepping all around, and whenever there's no target to shadow step to, you just dash, dash, dash to the next pack, and then you shadow step again, and then the dash comes back. It's gonna be insane. I wonder if he would actually like to include something like No Witnesses here. No Witnesses is like 25, it's like 45%, so it's 20% more than the Tricks of the Trade. Or effectively 16% more DPS if you keep it up all the time. That's gonna be kind of tough to get the Death Trap cooldown low enough. Missing armor as well. That's because we don't have a chest equipped. So let's just do... Can we do it this? Yeah. 9.4k armor, okay. I guess you also have to remove this here for the... Remove this. So there's gonna be runes. Runes here, runes there. Oh, I wonder if you're gonna get the second helm socket now. That was like leaked in one of the videos, but they didn't talk about sockets, right? On helm. Ah, helmet slot also received an additional socket. Okay, it's here actually. Okay, so this is coming actually. So maybe I should empty the helm socket. Do this. Let's do the same here. Probably this as well. We should have more than enough ultimate damage. Yeah. We'd love to use Petrify on Rogue. I guess it's... If you time this, it could be pretty wild, yeah? Because Petrify gives you, I think, 50% extra crit damage. So if you time this with the stagger burst, that's gonna be insane, actually. I think it's actually how you have to play like a rogue in like high pits and stuff. So it's 6 seconds, 7 seconds. Yeah, that's basically the entire stagger, right? So if you time the Petrify activation with like a rune that you can control. Now, which rune can you actually control that well? Not really this, not really this. No. 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 Evoke a power from another class. Cast an ultimate skill. So this can be controlled very well. Evading, technically, I guess. The movement can be kind of controlled, but tough, to be honest. I think a health potion can be controlled. So with unstable elixirs, this is actually an option. But for like long boss fights, probably not really sustainable unless you do like Siphoned Victuals aspect, for example, which you don't really want to do. This can be kind of controlled, I guess. Yeah, so there are some things that I can control relatively well here. This costs 500, so you chuck 5 potions, boom, you get the Petrify buff. So this is gonna be pretty good for sure. I mean, it's like that are only obtainable for people that run bosses and everyone else drops their stuff on the ground for them. Not for casual dead gamer like you. Yeah, I mean, it's the hardest thing to get in the game. Amulets are always difficult because of the rarity of passives. But I just put it in a planner anyway, so... What do you want me to put there? Life on hit and percent damage? And then you're gonna find your double passive amulet at some point, you're like, ah shit, it's not what's in the planner, let's salvage it. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to try out these rune things, but getting like the right rune to proc in exactly the right moment when you stagger the boss is gonna be tough. Have a bro fund me to buy a ridiculous price on trade. Bro fund me, what the hell? How good is Enigma teleport in D4? It's not gonna be the same. I didn't do Dance of Knives yet. I'll work on it now, I think. I think we got these 3 planners in a good spot to try out something, and then we'll see on, I guess, next Friday when they turn on the endgame stuff. I wonder if we can actually use the boosts and so on already on Wednesday, or if it's gonna be only on Friday. Lots of bro fund me's in trade chat. I don't really get the concept. What is bro fund me? Is it literally just people begging for handouts or what? It's only on Friday. Did they confirm that the boost and stuff will only be on Friday? Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know about the new progression. I mean, it's gonna be nice to like level characters on the PDR a little bit as well. Especially because I'm planning to do a bit of speedrunning now. I've been actually doing my level 1 gear rogue. It's level 78, I think. Kind of funny. Okay, we can try to make a dance. What was it? Dance of Knives rogue. So what do we do for that? I need to look at that skill again. Here, Dance of Knives. So 6 charges, 1 second charge cooldown. Consume 1 charge per second. Yeah, so the way I imagine this will go is that you cannot gain charges while spending them, I guess. So there's always a downtime. Hey, Bruce. Every Phoenix to travel viral channeling, that's a nice, it grants 4 charges. Every 30 minutes to travel wild channeling. So you can't even just like dash and shadow step and run and stuff, you actually have to channel it to gain the charges back. So this means per second you have to travel 7.5 meters, that's quite far. I don't think it's even possible. So I don't think you can like permanently sustain it, if this is true, and you don't get charges while channeling it, besides the enhanced Dance of Knives. When you stop channeling, there's a nice drop 12 stun grenades, each dealing 10% damage. Channel duration determines how many are dropped. Each Dance of Knives slows enemies, has a 20% chance to pierce. I don't like either of those 2 upgrades, to be honest. You don't have cooldown for the charge faster. I mean, you go for capped movement speed, I guess, that's for sure. In fact, you can actually gain 20% movement speed on top of what you already got, so it's gonna be very easy to cap out. Dark Shrouds plus this is already 45%. And a good pair of boots is like another 30. And then like a movement, production, or temper. Boom, you're capped. You feel accomplished. Congratulations. Did you do pit 150? It's going to be the same as tap Whirlwind on stop channel. Oh my god, is this like another like tap? Dude, we already have like the tap on the druid thing, which is annoying. We have it on the Whirlwind, that needs to be fixed. I don't want to tap this as well. Like if they don't make this like a perma channel ability, then it's gonna fail miserably, I think. The thing is, AoE sounds bad. Channel to launch knives at surrounding enemies. It doesn't say how many knives, but it wasn't that many, I think. It was like maybe 2 per second, 3 per second. Maybe it scales for attack speed, actually. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a Shaco build. As long as Crown of Lucian is not fixed, for sure. And I guess Crown of Lucian will not really work that well with this anyway, since this doesn't spend resources. So it's more of like a Shaco angle. Doesn't it sound like a lot of grenades? Yeah, it's a lot of grenades. But if you don't go ham on the grenade scaling, then what are you gonna do with the grenades? Yeah, sure, they stun stuff a little bit and do a bit of chip damage. But you're talking about, you know, the equivalent of currently like billions of DPS that we're trying to reach. And stun grenades without synergies is not the way. So I wonder how this will actually work with, like, for example, cold imbuement. Is like the entire channel just cold imbued if you start channeling, or what? It sounds like it. They did nerf Whirlwind Twisters, it was in the patch notes. Yeah, okay, but that's not really what we wanted. We wanted to nerf the tapping of Whirlwind for Tyraels, you know? The Tyraels is, you know, the problem that makes you spam Whirlwind all the time, not the Twisters. And there's some aspect for it. Nice, so there's nice have a 50% chance to shatter. Sending 6 shards of metal away from the target, dealing damage to the target enemies they hit. And now increases channel duration based on common points spent. Yeah. I guess we're just gonna include this. Isn't Twisters the main DPS, but also just nice extra damage? I guess it depends on the exact setup. As far as I know, it's generally Tyraels though. At least for the AoE part. Maybe for single targets, the Twisters more. But even then, you know, the spamming is still what you have to do until they fix Tyraels. What if you take Dance on Knives to enhance the current stun grenade build? No. Like, he only drops 12 grenades at the end of the channel for I don't know how long, right? You have to channel for like 3 to 6 seconds. Maybe it's like 2 grenades per second of channeling, so he's channeled 6 seconds, you get 12 grenades, or even if it's better than that. I mean, those grenades are first of all very weak. And second of all, you get a lot of downtime just to get 12 grenades. I mean, you can spawn, you know, you can spawn like a dozen grenades anyway per second, and those are way stronger from the opportunist aspect, for example. Like, Grenade Rogue is gonna be relatively decent now, I think. With the new stealth tech you can do. But this is not the reason. With everything getting squished, is at 2.8k more impactful? I mean, what you have to look at is this number. Not this. So 20% weapon damage is just extremely weak. Okay, you get 12 of them, it's 240. It's not little. But again, you have to channel for a while. I don't think this is really going to be used in like the Grenade Rogue. Like the Grenade Rogue that I imagine is going to go back to the stealth tech that we had last season. This season I played it with the Saboteur Signet. And next season you're going to kick out Saboteur Signet again. You're going with the stealth tech with the new unique ring. Where you throw a smoke bomb and then for I think 5 or 6 seconds, you just like auto trigger stealth once a second. And then you go back to the evade tech where you evade through an enemy and you go into stealth. And then like this, you can go into stealth like, yeah, around twice per second, let's say. And every time you do that, you will drop 4 grenades. And then every time you come out of stealth, you drop 4 grenades. You do this 2 times per second. You get 16 grenades per second, roughly. And those are also the most powerful grenades that exist, because opportunity aspect is stronger than the other stun grenade aspects. So yeah, I think this is the way to play Grenade Rogue. Decent build for hardcore druid. Wind shear pull for leveling. Would this be an exposure build? It would be if it worked, but exposure is not buffed by the grenade aspects. So the grenades from exposure are not enough. It would be an exposure build if those buffs would affect it. There's an auto stealth aspect if you don't attack for 1.5 seconds. Ooh, what did I miss? Which one? Oh, I mean the new chest, huh? Yeah, no, it just doesn't help you. I mean, not attacking for 1.5 seconds is not an option anyway. You also have to break stealth, you know, actively. You also have to attack to get your evasion cooldown reset. Close quarters. I think there's actually going to be a momentum angle. Momentum is nice for the DR. You don't care about the energy, but that's okay. It's going to do like blade shift, evade, blade shift, evade, blade shift, evade, or something like that. And then throw a smoke grenade once in a while. There's also damage on next attack after entering stealth, which we're actually gonna... I don't think this will work with the grenades. So I think this is actually pointless. Great chance is nice though. Smoke grenade cooldown is also nice. Mending obscurity is nice. Dealing direct damage with a non-agility skill after casting an agility skill grants stealth. And self breaks again 80% dodge chance. They said that 100% dodge is no longer possible under any circumstances. Are they sure about that? That doesn't seem true to me. Yeah. Okay. Don't understand why nerf dodge. Well, they just want to make sure that they future-proof the game by avoiding that someone can reach 100% damage reduction or 100% immunity uptime or 100% dodge or anything like that, right? I mean, 100% dodge or something like that is always going to break something. You know, it's going to be Dark Citadel, boss mechanics, he's going to dodge them, you know, bullshit like this. So obviously this should not be possible. And I think they just need to remove this agile temper option in order to do this. And then everything will be fine. Yeah, but they just didn't do it properly. Like, they fixed one problem of it, but it didn't fix this, which is the main problem. So... like this, maybe? Halt. What are the chances that all non-rogues will now be going for damage per dark shard too and get a Runeword? Relatively high, actually. That's a lot of additional damage you can put on builds. I mean, normal builds actually need like specific temperatures for specific multipliers, unlike many rogue builds. You know, like the Thunderstruck builds, they need their close and distant tempers and so on. But it might always be like, you know, opportunity for like 1 or 2 or so. And Dark Shroud generally is a very powerful mechanic. How much offering do you need though for this? Dark Shroud. 150. It's gonna be pretty good, especially for bosses, I guess. Because bosses are generally slow. I think a lot of builds will go for this for like pits and stuff. For the like Infernal Hordes, it's gonna be tough to really keep this up, I think, for other builds. But yeah, if you can generate something like, let's say, 100 offering per second, which is quite doable, I think, then you can get pretty consistent Dark Shrouds, even if you take damage regularly. So, for example, you get 25 offering for casting a non-channeled core skill, just like that. Let's say you cast it 3 times per second, you get 75, so every 2 seconds you get a Dark Shroud Shadow. Not terrible. You can only lose it every 1.5 seconds. So even if you constantly take damage, you will kind of keep it up. Yeah, exactly, they buffed Dark Shrouds. Yeah, so the damage per Dark Shroud temper is definitely going to be a thing, I believe, for other classes. Yeah, there's a new Twitter post that we're making here. Yeah, the Dark Shroud tech is definitely going to be a thing, I think, for some builds, for other classes. Especially like Sorks don't really have like anything that they temper for their builds. Like a Sork can also run Flame Shield and avoid losing the Dark Shrouds, I guess. I don't think you lose Dark Shrouds while you're immune. I've never tested that, actually. So yeah, Sorks for sure will run this stuff. And you're gonna be like a Giga Tank. And you have big damage. Yeah, Necros also don't really have like much in terms of tempers that they need. So they have relatively strong tempers, something like golden damage or so for minion builds, but everything else is kind of trash. And nothing is needed for like multipliers. Barbs have damage while berserking, that is relatively important for them. But they might just try to pick it all up from the Paragons, or as much as they can, basically. And then just go with whatever Blood Rage multiplier they get. Uh-oh. And then you just have maybe a little bit less there, but you just go for the Dark Shroud tempers anyway. But as a barb, it will be kind of tough to keep this up. And what else is there? Druids. Yeah, Druids definitely have to go for like some tempers. Like Earth builds have to go for the crowd control tempers. The Storm builds have to go for the distant and close tempers. And they have pretty big multipliers, so I don't think that Druids will really have much opportunity. to do something here. But yeah, we'll see. Stream category paranormal activities. Okay. That's fine though. New patch notes? What new patch notes, Patronus? Again? No, this was yesterday already. It's just bug fixes, I guess. They posted this like right before the campfire, I think. Just posted this a few minutes ago. What? I just see the 1.52. We already saw this. Is there something else that I don't see or what? This is all old stuff from yesterday. Is there like some other stuff that you wanna build on the rogue? I guess, yeah, the dancing. Wait. Dancing. Let's do it. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the call points stuff. We don't really spend any resources to run preparation and no witnesses and stuff like that. You know, inner sight also doesn't really help us besides true sight aspect and a bit of crit. And realistically, it should be more like a farming build, I guess. Okay, so I guess we do weapon mastery. That's gonna be big. We do dash, shadow step. Let's try this. Maybe do the combo point stuff after all. Could even do the Heartseeker stuff. And then we do this, we do this. This. I guess I do Cold Imbue. Like, if you can actually just kind of like channel with one Cold Imbue charge, that's gonna be kind of nice. I'm gonna do this. Can't do Second Wind. We can do Momentum, actually. So wait a minute, Momentum, Dark Shroud, that all alone, and the new skill is like 75% extra movement speed. Right, it's 20, 25, 30. Okay, so you basically need like only just one roll of movement speed and that's it. Okay, I have one extra ability now. What do you do here? We can do Tricks Out of Trade. We can do Cheap Shot. We can do Exploit Weakness. And we can do the new one. And that's it, right? No Eldritch. No Deadly. No Leonana. No Witnesses. Okay. It's gonna be a fairly squishy setup, I think. Which is a bit of a problem. Gonna do this. And then we have 7 points for the skill. So we put that there. And then Harlequin for good measure. I wonder how the attack speed actually works with this. Maybe you want to do an Andarius, for example. And Andarius would allow you to get these things here. You have a bit of defense, you have healing. But Harlequin is also nice for defense, I gotta say. It also helps with the cooldown, so let's do this. Keep this empty. We can do the new chest again. This might just be a Fist of Fate angle again. If you attack fast enough, could be nice. Do an Umbrus. Dex. Life. Don't need armor, but we need res, I suppose. So let's just put resistances. And then Agile. Segment, Aftermath. Maybe something like Siphoning Strikes would actually be kind of nice as well. Heartsick Iteration is maybe something. So we can actually kind of keep that up. And what else? I guess you actually do res, right? Just res. So like a fire res there. Everything that we want here, there's Penitent. Which has big speed. We don't really care much about evading and stuff like that. And you have the Chill Trail. I wonder if like Yen's Blessing would trigger stuff here. But what would it trigger? Cold Imbue? Flicker Step. I think it's gonna be a Penitent angle, especially if the rest as well included. It's actually kind of nice boots, to be fair. And then we do... nothing here helps us, right? Barrage, Pen Shot, and... now we do this. Okay, now what about the synergy aspect? Using agility skill, using a strategy skill increase the damage of the next agility skill by 100%. And also plus 6 ranks. So we do Dex, Crit, Life. Is there something like Dance cards twice or something? It is actually, there is a cast twice. So I guess you're gonna put that everywhere. It's probably gonna have the same numbers as like the core augments. So we actually don't need it everywhere. I can actually get away with only one of them. We can actually do Ashiras, for example. I think I want to do Ashiras for this. Because Weapon Mastery is cracked, and 40% attack speed could also be pretty cracked for this if it works with attack speed. And then we do... I guess... just another... core skills to increase damage and spending 3 core points. I guess this won't work. Just do another dagger. Accelerating. Stuff like that. X, crit, knife. And then we have to cast twice. Shrouds. Shrouds. Okay. Starless won't work. What about the new ring? Six seconds, 43% damage. I wonder if this damage on next attack after entering stealth actually works for like the entire channel, basically. If the entire channel is like snapshot here, this could be kind of interesting then. But we already have a lot of additive, but it could be nice. It's a nice value. And then 33%. It's not a bad ring. Depends on what else we can find here. Spin to win Rogue. Maybe even Rouge. Okay, I need one for the new aspect, right? There's like a... how good is that aspect, actually? Maybe you want to put this on a amulet or something. The skill-specific one. We have a bit of better clear. Can do Retribution. Actually Stolen Vigor. Cutthroat skills deal increased damage. We're gonna put that on the neck. Because it is actually a cutthroat skill, so it has a lot of these crazy synergies. We do weapon mastery, do frigid, and then we do malice, I guess. The shrouds. And we're gonna do, wait, that's the wrong kind of shroud. And we do, good question actually. We don't need movement. There's actually mobility cooldown reduction. And agile skill cooldown reduction. So we get faster charge regeneration like this. So we could do that. It's actually the same. But this is probably easier, right? The natural immersion. Is it? No, it's actually the same chances, I guess. So let's do this. I guess we can do retribution. %8% usually cooldown reduction, not that crazy. But I guess we do go for it anyway. Direct dex, crits, knife, and that's it. Or maybe res. Let's just put like a res there. Skull. 2-1 skulls. Maybe. Sure, what else we can go for here? Elements. True sight, no. Could actually just run inner sight if you want. If you only want to like spin to win, no combo point stuff. You might actually get to the point where you can just run true sight and inner sight and just have extra crit damage. And you're chilling. So it's maybe okay. The 3 ranks to agility instead of 3 skills is probably not good enough. Can do conceited? No. Cold clip maybe? Edge masters. Yeah, something like that, I guess. Let's do life. Let's do this. Boom. Route. Agility cooldown. Something like that. And then here we can maybe do like poison gem or something. The new chest doesn't have any rest, right? So we got rest there. 1 rest there. Yeah, it probably needs to be like some other rest here. This needs to be like a lightning rest or something. Let's do this. This is rune. Let's do ruby. Why no invigorating cleave? Wait, there's invigorating cleave? Ah, true. Interesting. I didn't see that. We can try doing something like that. Could actually be pretty good. And compared to Bash, they actually have like insane attack speed on something like that as well. We can try to do like invigorating. Why is my stream age restricted? Because every Diablo 4 stream is age restricted. It's forced by Twitch. Okay, cheap shot. Actually, if you want to just like, you know, speed run a build planner, you just put like the boards and the glyph, and you don't even like click all the things. Like just do this, this. You don't even have to go through and click everything, because it's like it's just gonna be so easy now. Like that, right? And then you're gonna do the new board, and that's it. So just click this, you know, whatever you want to pick up, basically. Kind of. For example. And then here we go down. Something like that. Okay, so what do you want to do though? You can do closer for the R. Actually, you can do closer there. This is more of like a dex board. Here. Control doesn't matter too much. We have Eldritch Bounty. Now we have Sheep Shot, Exploit, Tricks. We could leave out Tricks if you wanted and go Eldritch. But either way, we have to use like another skill once in a while, so it doesn't really help. There's Kenny, I guess. Where's Kenny? Here's Kenny. I wonder how this works. When you cast an agility skill, you get increased damage and energy regen. But it's plus magic lists and magic nodes, and there's not really much that we want here. Can do turf. I wonder what's the range on the skill. If we're gonna be mostly in close combat or what. Non-basic and non-core skills to increase damage. Should we do this? Actually, do I have this in the Death Trap planner? Oh, I don't think I fixed the Paragon just yet. Yeah, efficacy is something we don't want actually. We have versatility already as well. If you want to put this here. Okay. I have to do something else here. Night Stalker. Maybe do Fluidity anyway, but we don't really want to cast Dash that often. I don't really see that much. I wonder what kind of legendary effects stuff like Frostfeeder gives. I've never used Frostfeeder Glyph, ever. I wonder if that's actually gonna get some nice upgrade or something. Guess you can just throw in a turf or something here. But yeah, anyway. Can you turf control versatility? I guess even better might be just closer, so you have the damage reduction at all times, because we never have our bow in hand on this build. But not everything is always close. So this might actually be more of a closer angle. Anyway, let's go back to this. What do you think about Companion Druid? I mean, Companion Druid is already pretty good, and it's just about to get better, I guess. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, I mean, we'll see exactly how this will be. Can we do it here? It's like a big int board. You can do control. Got Kenny, closer, versatility so far. I guess you have to do control. And then, I don't know, actually. Kind of interesting that these days we start picking up these rare nodes again. And blue nodes and stuff. Okay. I still don't know what other skill to put here, by the way. I guess I can just throw in a poison trap and we just press the poison trap and we get this stuff here and that's about it or something. I don't know. I guess we can, like this, and then we do this. And then we get like 10 more points and we're gonna, I don't know, take like some crit and whatnot. If we had Card Restoration, we could also throw in a Caltrops, I guess. How does a new board work again? Casting and mobility or set of your skill increases the damage of your next skill by 50%. So this would only work if we actually go from dance to dance to dance to dance. But I guess realistically, I actually need like, do I have Smoke Grenade? I don't have Smoke Grenade, so I have to do Smoke Grenade instead actually. I mean, I can do Poison Trap, but Smoke Grenade is actually the way, I think. So I can just cast this. And then start channeling and we get actually the extra damage there. So I think we want that. And we don't do this poison stuff. I'm gonna try to do something else here. Yeah, I think I still don't do this. And then we throw the smoke and we start channeling. So we do like, after we stop channeling, we do like Heartseeker 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be a bit of a struggle actually with the Heartseeker, I think. And the Tricks of the Trade. Maybe we don't do 1, 2, 3. We just do one Heartseeker and we have this one call point and that's it. Or maybe just ignore call points. We go inner sight. We do a Heartseeker for Tricks of the Trade only. I think that might actually be better. And then we're gonna do True Sight Aspect and just sometimes get the True Sight here. This might be also pretty good. And then here we have the channeled thing. I think I like that more. Because the problem is that we're gonna run out of momentum stacks if we do this. If we do like 3 call points and then start channeling, we're gonna lose 3 momentum stacks, we gain 1. Now counts for channeled cutthroat skills. I mean, if you get momentum stacks while channeling, it could be kind of nice. But there's only while at maximum stacks. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to waste that many stacks, I think. Yeah, what's up, Boiler? Yeah, I guess we have to see what the mechanics are exactly. You ripped on a druid last night because the keyboard disconnected. Oh boy. The max amount of gold you can trade is 100 billion, by the way. Dance of Nice login. Yeah, I'm cooking right now and see what happens, but there's like a lot of unknowns. We don't know how the charges work exactly, and we don't know what happens with imbuements. So right now, I'm like optimistically thinking that one imbuement charge is enough for an entire channel, so you just don't have to invest into imbuements. But I also think that charges won't recover while channeling. So you have to get a lot of cooldown in order to get them back real fast. We'll see. 16 ranks to weapon mastery, by the way. Could be one more. Maybe I should edit for core skills 7 times a second. Oh man. Soon TM, man. That's gonna be a unique item for the skill. And then you shoot out pen shots 5 times per second. Casual 16 ranks, yeah. 112% increased damage to healthy and injured enemies. Seems pretty good. Times 2, by the way, because you have 2 daggers. Enhanced dance, you get charges when you travel 30 meters. Yeah, I know, but this is probably not enough to make it permanent. So you might be able to, like at movement speed cap, you might be able to kind of get there, but I think you will have to stop. We'll see, I guess. And I wonder if like this 30 meter counts every time, like from in like actual like a line, you know, distance from the moment that it procs, for example. So if you like, for example, do circles, I wonder if it would actually proc at all. But I think it should. Like Impetus has probably the same wording. After moving 15 meters. And Impetus works when you run circles. Every 30 meters you travel. Yeah, okay, it's not exactly the same wording. But yeah, I don't think that you can just make it permanent. 30 meters is a very long distance. Like with capped movement speed, I don't think you can even do this. I'm not sure what's the base movement speed, how many meters per second we have or something like that. But 30 meters is... Okay, you have 4 seconds to do that, right? It could work. It kinda could do a Shiraz, but I would if I could. This guy had 100,000 for sale. Okay. A lot of accounts loaded with blood, I guess. Hmm. The good news here is that almost everything you press actually procs our new crazy Paragon boards. So that's kind of cool. These Paragon boards look so small. 5 boards, boom. We're like back in season 0, man. I used to make a lot of 5 board setups back in the day. And then it just became like 6 and 7, sometimes 8 even. After especially season 4. That's our crit chance here. 55. And then 65. 75. 100 with inner sight up. Okay. Is inner sight duration a utility temper these days? No, right? It's still offensive, I think. Did it change that? Inner sight. No. Okay, so it's still an offensive temper. So basically useless, I think. How much is it? 68%. So this is like, you go from 4 to 7 seconds. This is with 2 upgrades on that thing. So if you assume instant proc, or let's assume like 1 second to proc it after it's down. So we will have 5 seconds downtime, 4 seconds uptime. So we have 44% uptime. And then let's say 7 seconds uptime. Out of 12 seconds, 58%. Yeah, it's like 12% more uptime or 40% more uptime. Not really crazy for an entire temper with 2 masterworks on it. Okay, how's my res? 80 overcapped on fire. Holy. 100 on cold. Wait a minute. Paragon, amulet, ring. Okay. So let's do like, I don't know, shadow. Let's do... Yeah, cold we won't need actually since I have that here. I have fire there. Another poison, double poison. Okay, how much do you have to be overcapped? Like 50. Okay. Cold is fine, lightning is not fine, fire is fine. Shadow is also not fine. So I might have to still throw in a bit more ores or something like that, so maybe something like this, this. I guess I put the thing on the weapon here, the new aspect. Okay, a lot of unknowns here, but we'll see what this will be. Only a 3GA 925 and it's gonna convert to 3GA level 800. I think so. They are converting it to something, I'm not sure exactly what though. But I mean, realistically, you know, all of your old stuff is obsolete in the expansion, so. Tears is a must for Torment 4 with 100% res? I don't think so. But Tears will definitely help you a lot for like the squishier builds. But the new Mythic chest is also pretty good with the +1 to all passives. That's pretty crazy. There's a lot of value you can get there. Lots of damage in particular. They can get so much damage from this. It may be worth going for this and then just trying to get defense elsewhere. I mean, rogues can be pretty beefy. With Dark Shrouds. And there's also Shaco here. And so on. Momentum. Like, we are actually tanky on something like this. So I think it should be fine. Depends on like how hard the monsters hit. Maybe that is really crazy. Maybe the damage just keeps going up in the pit forever, basically. And so it does in like 4, for example. Because right now, pit 100, monster damage doesn't go up anymore, as far as I know, after 100. But in a new system, I think the damage will always go up on monsters. So going to higher difficulties will generally be harder than before, depending on how they scaled the new pit compared to the old. Yeah, Shadow Step and Rogue is done. We have Death Trap, Rain of Arrows, Shadow Step, Dance of Knives. So these are kind of like the new setups. Is it like something fundamentally changing for old builds? Not really, I think. Like, you know, the Cobble Point Rapid Fire stuff, or Cobble Point Mirage, Andariels, all of that is gonna be plus minus the same, I guess, for now. I guess we'll see what happens with the runes. We can do an Invigorating Strike setup, though. Agile's inverse multiplicative won't go to 100%. Since when? That's not how it works. Oops. It says dodge can no longer reach 100% from any means. The dodge chance bonuses on a handful of related aspects have been swapped from additive to inverse manipulative. There's no mention of agile here. And agile is one source of an, additively stacking dodge. It's the same as martial vigor was for the barbs. This is how people reach the 100% dodge chance, just with agile. I mean, you don't have to go all in on agile, because you have the additive stacking aspects to go with it as well. Yeah, we can do the new grenade rogue, I guess. That's gonna shift back to pretty much the Season 4 build. Use eluding to be immortal. Eluding? Yeah, only one aspect of additive. Actually, I think Lethal Dusk or something was also something like with dodge chance. I'm not sure if it was additive or not. But either way, it was relatively easy to get to 100% even when you didn't have like 25 ranks in Agile. But you can just get 25 ranks in Agile and that's 100% dodge, that's it. Going to disable for Season 6. It's kind of weird that they disable it, to be honest. I don't see a reason to. I mean, yeah, the meta is going to be shaken up and whatever, but I mean, that's also kind of the part of the fun, no? It seems weird. Yeah, I know eluding is a utility aspect, but how does it help you in any way? It just gives you like this crowd control break now. What do you want with that? Okay, Invigorating Strike, Rogue. Oh boy. I guess we start with Moonrise. Actually, we should not even go for crossbow these days, right? This should actually be like a bow, probably. Then like, I don't know, Stolen Vigor. It's actually not as good as Adaptability. And then we're gonna do Stardust. What should I do without the gauntlet? Look at, indeed, man. Okay, is there any other important offensive power that we really want here? It's gonna be kind of tough to make the resource work for us, I think. Maybe not. It costs 25. But we have to get a lot of like invigoration ranks. Half initiative. So let's keep in depth. You can basically make a setup similar to Heartseeker. Maybe I should take Heartseeker as a baseline for this. That's probably easier. I mean, could do Umbra for more ranks to innovation. This is what I mean. Innovation, innovation. I think I definitely have to do something like this. I also want Cal, I guess. I actually want Cal on this one as well, I just realized. But maybe not. Hmm. Trigger tax is pretty OP, yeah? I wonder if we're gonna get trigger tax on amulets now. a Cyber Sorcerer and can use Stormswell instead of 3 curses. Because Stormswell has some hidden buggy double dipping effects. It's actually better, especially for like boss nukes when they're staggered, you do like more damage. But you can run 3 curses as well if you want more consistency. So we do Pain Gorges, I guess. I wonder how Pain Gorges will interact with the Cleave thing. But Bash used to have Pain Gorges. It also has lots of basic skill ranks, which is nice. So I guess you do that. We could run Shaco and then use the new mythic, or we can use Tyraels and Carl. I think you need one of the defensive powers, one of the defensive like skills basically, items. That's a lot of skill ranks here, by the way, to Heartseeker, holy. 60% lucky hit, energy regeneration. Okay. Invigorating strike. So that's just some res. We also have second wind here. We have slow. Patent has also cold res. Actually, it should probably be fine on res, right? 60, 140, 40. Lightning res. Tough choice. To Invigorating strike. You have Death Trap, Preparation. I wonder how fast the attack animation is actually. If you look at this here, let's see the attack speeds. I've never really used Invigorating. So if 11 frames breakpoint at 3.45, this is 11 at 3.1. So it's like around 10% slower than Heartseeker. Or so. Actually, yeah, something like that. 10 to 15% slower than Heartseeker. So you're gonna get a bit more out of regeneration. And need to like proc innovation a bit less. It also has 30% energy regen bonus. And another 30% there. Definitely want to get some points there. Weapon mastery. Want this. Let's do this. Oh boy. I do have cold clip. Can see that. Moonrise. No rapid. Yeah, I think this is an Ashira's angle here. It depends on like how much can we get a cleave for, I guess. The cleave is pretty important. Okay, how many ranks is this? Island competition 8. Get a dash, we dash crit. We get like 10 extra points, right? We can do 2 there, 2 there. 1, that's 5. And then 8, 10. Okay, I'm gonna get a lot of extra points. Should be okay. Now, Eldritch Bounty doesn't work for this, right? Deadly Ambush is gonna be a bit clunky. The new board won't help us though. So, no witnesses? Yes. Tricks? Oh, shit. Cheap shot? Yes. Deadly Ambush, I guess. And exploit weakness. So, no tricks. Boom. So that's kind of like our setup here. We have a problem with the ultimate skill damage actually. If I remove this, how much is this? %. Oh my god, dude. Let's try this. For the runes. Hey, La Noir. And Shiebeldon, thanks for the mouse. That Barb Mythic works as intended. Kick W. Yes. You mean like, what do you mean the new helm with the 60% damage steal from party members or what? It's not just a Barb Mythic, it's for everyone. Okay, so we want to kind of go through this here. I guess I want to put control there. The pole arm. Ah. Yeah, I don't really see much of a use for the pole arm, to be honest, so far. But I guess we'll see. We have like 2 boards that have like lots of exits, man. Holy. What do we do? This is 5. This is only 4. This is 5. This is 5. Definitely take this out here. Well, we have to path in somehow. All the new skills and things are already in the planner. No, they are not, but they're here. So, all good. Let's do this. Take this out. What do we use here? Closer, maybe? It's not bad. This looks odd. Wait a minute. This looks fucked, if you ask me. Is that how you make a dex glyph here? Take this out. I don't like it. So here's a fluidity, which is probably okay. We're gonna rely a lot on regen. Can we put like regen somewhere? No, there's no slot for energy regen. We have 8 by default. We get 30% bonus. And then 30 again, and then 15 again. And then like around 15 from strength. So get like 17 to 18 per second. That's like almost 1.5 attacks just from regen. So it should actually be okay, I think. Now like a hit here is 50. 10% chance to gain 8 energy. Okay, so we're gonna get like, I don't know, maybe 6 energy back per second, per attack or so. If like a 12 cost and we regenerate 18, it might be okay. That's gonna be kind of tough to do without starters. And I guess before starters, you can just go energizing. But it only works against elites. Okay. You just level a rogue for fun, don't understand Crown of Lucian, how can this be an option? Crown of Lucian would be really good for some builds, but unfortunately it's bugged to shit. So it's not really useful for almost anything right now. So a lot of points spent here. We could just do something like this here for the start. This is marksman. They can do turf. This doesn't work. We could do Kenny, maybe. Do you have like a good int board? How about we do Kenny here, honestly? This looks kind of cursed with all those dex nodes. And then we do closer here, for example. Control, Fluidity, Ambush, Canny. Anything else? There's Turf versus Ambush, I guess. Offense versus defense. Let's just go with this. 26k life though. Oof. Very low amount of life. Holy. So you only got like life here, here. Also dex, also really low. So yikes. Maybe try to up this a little bit at least. By doing something like this here. Interiors is included, might be okay. Shaco would make it very tanky, but Trick Attacks is very good. Malice, Frigid, Unstable. I think here we want to do Weapon Master. Something like that. And I think this could kind of work. I mean, for a lot of the resource stuff, you can also use runes, right? Rune. Where's that thing with the resources? Wait, this was not there before, the 5 offering. So it needs 5 offering and gain 1 resource. Okay. So for 50 offering, get 10 resource. So here, for example, we gain 10 resource for evading. Kind of big, actually. For like some early game resource recovery. Yeah, 25 offering. Use the same non-channel skill 3 times in a row. So you attack 3 times. You spend around 37.5. We gain 5 times the effect, so I gain 5 resource back. It's not that crazy actually. Cast a skill for cooldown. Gain 50 offering, that's kind of big. This stuff is also going to be big. For like the Death Trap Rogue, the Raid of Eros Rogue, they can just permanently cast them like every second to get a lot of offering. That's a lot of offering. You can do like the Berserking Warcry stuff, for example, from the Barb. Gonna have so much fucking damage, man. Holy. It's gonna be wild. We'd be fear crafting any Spirit Bomb builds with the Mythic Polearm. The Mythic Polearm seems pretty bad. Especially for Spiritborn that has pretty cracked stuff to put on their tempers and on their aspect slots, and their aspect slots are very limited. I'm not really sure if I like the Mythic Polearm very much. Okay, damage to healthy, life, attack speed while berserking, chance to become berserking. Execute enemies affected by more damage over time than remaining life. Yeah, I don't think that's very strong, to be honest. Someone talked about this for barbs. Like, what do you want to do with this on barb? I mean, yeah, it has a bit of life. I guess it's like similar to Grandfather. Attack speed is not really impressive. All this additive is not really impressive. Berserking is useless on barb. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that good. Burn Bob. Okay. I thought you would one-phase bosses. Yeah, the problem is that this effect doesn't give you any damage, right? The effect only slightly speeds up your kills. But the thing is that basically every dot in the game has a duration of somewhere in the range of like 3 to 8 seconds. So this is the most you will save in a fight. Like, let's say 8 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, you know, on like the longest dots or something like that. So this is like the most that it can save here. So, if anything, this is more like a support item, I feel. Yeah, Spiritborn can use polearms. They can use polearms, glaives, and quarterstaffs. Would there be no more Stygian stones because no more tormented bosses? Yeah, apparently. It's kind of weird. Like, why did they remove the tormented bosses? Unless the bosses are like generally way harder now, maybe, and drop a lot more stuff. It depends on how fast you apply stuff. Remember, some dots just refresh duration while building total. Yeah, okay, I'm not 100% sure which dots do that and which don't. But either way, you know, even if you refresh the duration, like, what is the longest spot right now? I guess that would be poison traps. If you want, you can make poison trap last, like, I don't know, 1 minute or something. But outside of like some weird wacky shit like this, you know, Andariel's is like 7 seconds with Tracker Glyph, for example. So it's quite kind of long already. Or like some burn stuff on the sword, you know, Firebolt is like 6 seconds or 8 seconds. Yeah, the polearm seems really bad to me, honestly. And which class can use it even, besides Spiritborn and Barb? I think Druids can now use polearm. But would a Druid go for this? Like, what do we even have for Druid? For dot builds? Rabies, Kick. Poison Creeper. Yeah, I don't know. Companion Poison, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think this matters. Uber Andariel. Yes. Okay, guys, I have a meeting in 3 minutes from now. Short stream today, but we did a lot of work. Did I put this in the channel already? Let's do this. Save this. Invigorating Strike broke. So we have a lot of stuff to try here. I'm very excited to try all the stuff. Five new builds, I guess. We'll see how good they are. I definitely have high hopes for Death Trap and Rain of Arrows. I mean, Dance of Knives is like the new thing. They will certainly buff it until it's good. And then, yeah, Shadow Step sounds pretty cracked. And Invigorating Strike, who knows? Have a good weekend. You're not coming back this weekend? Okay, anyway, thank you. Yeah, Death Trap is gonna be good. Death Trap and Rain of Arrows both gonna be pretty good, I think. And especially in a world where they nerfed bosses, they're gonna be nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try these on next Friday. And then we're gonna be cooking more on the other classes as well. But for now, these are like the 5 new things I definitely wanna see. And we'll see if there's anything else that's kind of new here. I guess we have to do something like a victimized build, but I think a victimized build will basically just be like Undial Barrage 2.0. So probably just the worst version of this. And yeah, I think most of this stuff doesn't majorly change. But we'll see. There might be like stuff with runes that we can do, you know. Maybe you wanna like change the styles a bit to accommodate runes. We'll see. What are mythics other than Shaco, Andarius, Tyrius, Doombringer, Starless, and Grandfather used for? Yeah, there's Avarion. And what else is there actually? I mean, Avarion is just a spark. And Velvet Heart as well, I guess. That's it. Anyway. Maxwell meeting time. So it's gonna wait Rux. You have a lot of meetings. Have a good one, guys.